We know that media consumption is certainly evolving. For marketing and ads, like what's one area, or one or two areas that have stayed pretty consistent? And then is there another area that you've seen the most change regarding marketing and ads?
I think I'm going to answer the same for both. I think there's been so many questions lately about measurement and what's the right way to measure TV audiences. And at the same time that we've been really excited, as I mentioned, more advertisers are treating TV like a performance channel from an advertising perspective than ever before. They're getting much more nuanced with their audience approaches. They're buying television and measuring television based on performance outcomes. How many app downloads did I drive? How many store visits did I drive? As I said, can we category conquest in ways that grow our market share? Advertisers are moving in that direction. So there's been a lot of discussion around currency and a push towards completely reinventing how we measure audience. But at the same time, many of the same tenets for measuring audience have also held true. So as much as we are getting a shift towards performance, we've been excited to bring Nielsen audience measurement. We were the first platform to bring that into the streaming environment. Now we're bringing that in a programmatic way to OneView, which is our ad platform. And so as much as these new reinventions and new ways of measurement come about, which is great because advertisers know in a much more real way, what sort of ROI am I getting for the dollars I'm placing, which especially in this current environment is super important. We're also still able to take firm tenets and things that have underpinned the way that marketers and advertisers have placed their investments over the course of the last decades and bring those into the modern environment. And so we're excited to play both sides of that coin and ultimately provide advertisers the choice and say, hey, if you want to treat this like a performance vehicle, which is where we see this going as a whole, great, we have solutions for you. If you just want to simply say, here's exactly how I've bought and sold television for the last X number of years, can you do that for me in streaming? The answer is yes, we can too. And so in so many ways, there's so much froth about the measurement space. What's old is new again. And in many ways, even the performance aspects are largely taking playbooks that are written for the digital environment and just bringing them into TV as well. So again, this is where I think a little bit of distance can be helpful, where something that feels completely new and revolutionary surely is, but there's probably another corollary for it just over here. And so I think that's the perspective we try to provide to our customers and advertisers.
Do you anticipate new tools that marketers are going to need to provide these sorts of kind of elevated ad experiences?
Yeah, I think one of the big areas of focus has certainly been around privacy. I think when we talk to our streamers, ensuring that their data integrity and their personal information is not shared beyond the point at which they had expected it to be shared is crucially important. And at the same time, as I mentioned, advertisers and marketers and publishers are so hungry for data, both for understanding how people are using their own services or how people are interacting with their own brands, as well as getting a more holistic read of total viewership and total behavior. And so working across all those different dynamics in ways that adhere to customer privacy, as well as make sure that marketers have a fair and true understanding of what they're investing is super important. So we've invested in our clean room approach, which is basically saying you as an advertiser can bring your own data, and we can, not dissimilar to how we've worked with some of our partners to match their data files with ours in a really privacy safe way, work directly with those companies so that we're not leaking data into the ecosystem, which in my view is how many of these different consortiums are really behaving, but really directly integrate. You get the information, just the information you're rightly have access to, and we can provide an ecosystem where everybody ultimately wins. The end result is a better consumer experience because we're ultimately going to hopefully give streamers more relevant advertising. If they've seen an ad 5 times and the advertiser really didn't want to have them see it 30 times, we're going to restrict it just to the amount of times that we think is relevant. And so that's what we're after here, is making sure that, again, everybody fits within their right lanes and that everybody ultimately is delivering a better experience for consumers at the end of the day.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to you by Salesforce. Salesforce brings marketing and engagement together. If you want to learn more, head over to salesforce.com/marketing. And please subscribe to this channel for more marketing insights from the world's best marketing leaders across the Fortune 500 and beyond.